Hi everyone. For tonight's video, I wanted to talk about something that I haven't talked about at all really in any of my videos. Well, maybe just a slight amount, and that is to talk about my teacher. One of the questions I get from a lot of people beyond, hey, is Sitar hard to learn, is a lot of people ask me, hey, who is your teacher? And this is something that I've actually not answered in comments or in other videos because I wanted to make sure that I had spoken to my teacher and made sure that he was okay with me sort of representing him online. And, I don't want to, do something stupid and embarrass him or something. But I was having a lesson with him just earlier this week, and he said, "Oh, I saw some of your videos." And I was like, "Oh no, like, am I sort of in trouble, But he was really positive, and he really was liking what I was doing, and he thought it was sort of fun, and he was like, "Yeah, do it, but just don't give away all the secrets." And so I got to make sure that I don't give away all the secrets. And then I asked him, "Hey, are you cool with me telling people that I'm your student?" And he said, "Of course, without a doubt." And he was very much I'm very proud to be his student. I feel very lucky to be his student. He has been an incredible teacher for me, and our relationship is just, it's everything I sort of had hoped to get out of studying this instrument and sort of the cultural aspects that come with learning an instrument like the sitar. He was like, "Yeah, you can say my name and talk, and all that stuff." And so that's what I want to do here today. I want to proudly tell everyone that I am a student of Ustad Ikhlaq Hussain, who is a disciple of Ravi Shankar. Ustadji is very unique in that he learned sitar from his father and from another sitarist in Pakistan, and then had this opportunity to become a disciple of Ravi Shankar. What's interesting about that is that his father and the style that he sort of inherited is more in line with Vilayat Khan and a Gayakiang performance style, which is sort of different than, of course, what Ravi's known for. I think this is really a fascinating thing and really gives his style of playing and his perspective on music. It's just like another notch, or it's just another viewpoint that he's sort of seen both sides. He still plays in this Gayakiang style, and he that is what he's teaching me, and that's what I'm really proud to be learning. I also want to talk about sort of like a guru-disciple relationship. I often feel very honored that Ustadji will introduce me to friends of his or other students or other musicians, and he'll introduce me as his disciple. And I know that's something that I don't want to, I don't take that lightly. And although we haven't had like a formal ceremony, I think that is how he views me, and I view him as my guru, is the person who is teaching me, and I'm putting an absolute trust in. And one of the things I talk about with him a lot is that I want to make sure that he is teaching me, like a true, authentic way. Like I want to be taught the way he learned. If that means it's a slower way, then so be it. I don't want to just be some American kid that's like, "Hey, every week give me a new thing," And we've spent the majority of our time really just working on one rag yaman, and doing corrections. That's a big part, and I've talked about this in other videos about like why it's important to get a teacher and not just maybe try to teach yourself. is that he may show me something and I can practice it and I can practice it. And I'm sort of getting like the gross motor skills down. And then one day it'll be like, okay, well now let's fix some little tiny thing that I'm like, I don't even understand it sometimes. And he'll be, give me a little correction and I don't get it. And I do it and it's wrong. And I do it again, it's wrong. And I do it again, it's wrong. And I do it another time. Oh, that was it. That's correct. And I'm like in my brain going like, oh, geez, I don't know what I necessarily did. And he'll explain that to me and I'll try to learn from that and incorporate that. But that doesn't mean that next week I'll get it correct again. And he has the ears for that. He knows this music. I'm totally foreign to it. My understanding of sitar music is it's small, and there's so much that I have to learn, and there's so much complexity to the music that I try to, as a student, be a sponge as much as possible and soak up every little bit of knowledge I can. Sometimes I go and he might be, updating and redoing the jawari on his sitar, and I'm like, well, no, don't stop. Like, let me sit, let me watch, let me learn what you're doing, and try to get some of that knowledge. Sometimes we just have conversations. Some of my lessons, I'll play and then we'll stop and we'll have long talks. And one of the things that I really cherish about that is we are not just developing a relationship that's strictly him, throwing an exercise at me. Here, do this polta, all right, do this one, do that. And there's no connection. We're building a conversation and a relationship as a teacher and a student, or as a guru and a disciple, where I am, learning about music. I'm learning about the culture. I'm learning about his life and his views. We talk politics. We talk art. We talk all sorts of things. And we talk food a lot, actually. He likes to cook, and he makes the greatest biryani I've ever had in my entire life. And I, as many times as possible, try to sort of, okay, what's he doing in the kitchen today? What little thing can I learn from? What spices is he using here, and how is he preparing this? And one of the things that's great is sometimes I'll finish my lesson, or I'll be in the middle of my lesson and I'll be pausing to stretch for a second, and he hands me a plate of food, or he brings over some sweets, or his wife is like, oh, here we have extra, I don't know, cheese. so it's like, here, take this. And it feels like a family, and that is something that I know that maybe not every student gets. That's maybe special to our relationship, but it exists, and it is a real thing, and he pushes me to practice harder. He pushes me to perform. He pushes me to test my boundaries, and he's constantly trying to make me a better sitarist. And as a result, a lot of those skills transfer over into being a better person. The perseverance to find time to practice, the learning to not be nervous and not be scared, to go perform. So that's a little something about my teacher, Ustad Ikhlaq Hussain, and I am his student, and I am extremely grateful to be his student, and I'm really happy that he was cool with me making these videos, and with me telling people a little bit about him. Maybe someday I'll try to get some videos of him, up here, or a little interview with him or something, but one step at a time. All right, so that's tonight's video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and please like and subscribe. I'm also now on Patreon, so if you want to help support me there and help support making these videos a reality, please feel free to click on the Patreon box, which is somewhere over here, or maybe it's over here, I don't know, and you can jump right there and and help contribute there. All right, I now need to go and practice. Thank you so much.